And introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 70.2 kilograms and trains under Romel Luistro out of Luistro Combat Academy. Fighting out of Perth, Western Australia. Making his pro debut inside the Eternal Cage tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Sebastian Ortiz. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 69.9 kilograms and trains under Adrian Pang out of Integrated MMA. With a one-fight professional career, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, make some noise for Coby Porter!
Our starting point. Here we go.
Quick.
It does too.
That side-on stance for kicks. It's very confident to see the game plan here of Seb. Coby's keeping tight, and he's got the. Yeah, there's the kicks. Here's the grappling.
He started off with a couple of good side kicks and good footwork and then
Beautiful inside
takedown.
trip. Beautiful inside trip. Changed level beautifully. And that's what the kicking game opens that up, because you're getting ready for the kicks, and then when they start, he's mixing it up amazingly well to start. And this is where, with his judo background, with his upper body control, is where he can use these trips to his advantage, I'd imagine. And there we go.
It's good work there by Porter.
But he's a very highly regarded producer. And that's all this upper body control from the clinch and cage work. It's perfectly in his advantage and in his world.
Trying to work for that full mount, but got side control at the moment, does Ortiz.
And this is where he's trapped the arm really well. He can set up a full, almost a crucifix position here. Ooh, and there's
setting up a submission.
Over. Isolating that arm for Kimura. He can step over for Tarika Plata. So he's isolating that arm really well. And especially with the judo background, he can sit out to an armbar, which is, as we all know, for judo players, is a massive thing. But this is a very, very dangerous position to be with a high-level judo guy like Seb.
Again, Porter has got a bit of work to do, because see how he handles this position. Handling it all right so far. Because his position is not as bad as what it was.
So it's very dangerous, very dangerous. He's cleared that arm now. Porter really needs to keep that arm inside his body line. Well, very well done. Very well done. Especially for a judo player of Seb's level, that's really well done by Coby. And that will be a big confidence boost for him.
And he didn't panic. That was impressive.
But he's very active here, Seb. Cutting angles, trying to step through, sit out, and now he's going to try and expose the back here. With the full body lock control, he's in an extremely dominant position again. And that arm positioning for Ortiz is for Porter is very dangerous.
Picked him up and he's yelling out. It takes him down. The excitement.
That's the grappling credentials. Ooh, looks like he was going for the stretch there. But now he's
taken the back.
The back control, yeah. And he's calm. He's not too high forward. Coby's going to really want to try and shake him off, or at least clear one of those hooks and try and shake him off the top. But someone of Seb's level of grappling, there's the dangerous stretch position, which we do not want to see if you're in Coby's corner. He seems to be very wary. You can see Coby's slightly shaking him just to try and clear one of those hooks and shake him off. But watch for Seb to isolate that left arm that he's posturing towards.
Good control there by Ortiz.
And there's obviously always the option of the rear naked choke from back control, but a lot of these judo guys love isolating an arm, and he's really hunting that stretch here. It's a very dangerous position here, very dangerous. Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen this stretch position in Eternal.
Look at that. Oh, he's about to tap. He's got a tap.
It's very close.
He's wincing.
We've seen Zabit do this in the UFC.
Yeah, I've never seen it in Eternal.
It's a very, very tough position. Coby's very well. But even now, here's that arm. The judo player attacking the arm. This is a very dangerous position still.
Look at all the submission attempts.
Yeah, non-stop. That arm Coby needs to really secure that inside his right bicep, and can't let that arm get isolated like it's getting isolated, because he's going to belly down now, and that's tough.
He's done well there.
Yeah, he's done very well, and it's just cleared the joint now. But he's done very well again.
Wow, look at that.
Amazing scramble. Great scramble.
we thought it was done at that calf slicer. That was close. He was wincing big time. So that was in a spot of bowling there.
Yeah, the position we've only really seen, Zabit has done it very well in the UFC. That stretch position, when they're from back control and they reach to one leg and isolate that leg. But Coby's done very well to stay calm under that pressure. And that's a big confidence boost with a grappling level of Seb for Coby to be able to withstand that.
See what Ortiz move he makes next, because he's had a lot in this opening round and several submission attempts, judo throws. Been a very impressive round by Seb Ortiz, but very impressive by Coby Porter to get out of those submission attempts, because a couple of times the fight looked done.
Great shot.
We head into round 2. Coby Porter taking on Seb Ortiz in a very entertaining first round.
Come out and swing.
This matchup presented by proper number 12 Irish Whiskey.
And you see one little bit of very dangerous kick there. But Coby's very fundamental 1-2 boxing. He can tag Seb if he just keeps the hands tight, because Seb's very all over the place and very different striking wise. And as he gets more tired, there's going to be more openings here.
I think Porter would be very confident enough to
there we go.
get out of that first round.
And this is where he should disengage and keep it striking. This upper body positioning now is where it allows Ortiz to set up those judo. Like here we go. He's already circling now, and this is Seb's bread and butter. He's one of the top judo guys, especially here in WA now. This is not where Coby wants to engage in his upper body control battles. And we saw Coby having great success with the hands. And I don't know why he's transitioned here. This is Seb's world, especially against the cage. Beautifully done to disengage. And this is where Coby needs to stay tight and come forward, and he's got a chance to tag it. There we go. There we've seen it. He's keeping the boxing tight and focusing on the fundamentals. Seb's all over the place, and as he gets more tired, there's openings are going to come. Coby does very well to stay calm. Especially as Seb gets tired, a lot of these grappling exchanges are going to become a little bit different. You can always see from that first round of how dominant he was grappling-wise, instantly going for the throws from these positions, where now he's taking a little bit more time and looking a bit more worn out.
Tell Ortiz wants to fight in close like this. He doesn't want the distance, because that's where Porter's probably got the advantage, as we just saw that little strike exchange.
Keep hand fighting, mate. There he is.
As you can hear in the corner, just yelling to hand fight, because Ortiz is switching from his upper body control, engaging the judo. Now he's switching down to single leg. He's just he's got a lot of tools in his arsenal. There's the outside trip from body lock.
Use the overhook straight up.
And this is now extremely lacing the legs. And this is a very dangerous position to be with a grappler of his credentials on top of you.
Yep, he's got the fight where he wants it again, once again.
Down on the hips now, Coby. Keep it back on the fence.
Relentless is Ortiz in this ground game control. It looks like he's trying to set up there, Daniel.
But yeah, I mean, you lace those legs down, if he can step through the mount and maintain over there. Coby does so well just to stand up from there. And there's the front headlock position. He's just transitioning non-stop. But as we saw earlier in the round, it'd be great for Coby to try and disengage here and keep it at the striking distance, where he had some great success. But again, we can see a very powerful position here with double unders for Seb.
Looking for the next move, Ortiz, because he's done.
This is a very
get it back to the ground.
Very dominant position against Cage. You can see he's trying to isolate a leg now. That's great framing from Coby.
Oh, nice elbow there by Porter.
He's using that frame really well to slip that elbow in.
Another one. He's scored a few elbows there in this exchange.
And that's a great way to take the confidence from Seb when he's been in these strong body lock positions, to create those frames and then do damage without getting taken down is a big boost.
It's impressive by Porter. Again, you can tell he's a strong guy, but also the way he got it and stayed relaxed in obviously compromising positions.
Yeah, I mean, it's a testament to his abilities too. He's fought these grappling positions very hard. And here we go. But again, straight back up.
Well.
And that's tiring. That's
Great balance.
A very tiring position to be non-stop like this grappling. He's working on the single leg. Now this is where Coby can disengage and strike. Now we can see how this grappling is taking a toll on both fighters now.
Nice left there by Seb on the exchange, but Porter's still got the, it's where he wants to fight really, with the striking battle.
Especially as Seb tires, this is where Coby can take advantage with his striking. There's going to be a lot more openings. Especially from this southpaw position with that long straight left. And you can look even for target when he goes to orthodox, that high left kick.
Porter in the southpaw stance. Again, Ortiz was probably going to try and want to get him in close again because that's where he's most comfortable. He knows it's where he's got the advantage. The elbow again by
You can definitely see
Porter.
the change in Seb. He's on the back foot a lot more. Far less grappling exchanges now. And this is where Coby, look now, wow, he's shot in. And he's securing the takedown himself.
Wow. Ortiz, what sort of cardio he's got, because again, he is a very good exponent of the wrestling game.
Especially now, Seb's much more on his back foot. It's a very stark contrast to the first round where he was on non-stop out on the front foot. So this is where Coby can take advantage and swing this fight in his favour.
Yeah, you can tell from the again the grappling that hasn't come so far in round number 3. So I know it's only 30 seconds in, but that's a nice counter there by Ortiz.
Seb's hands are dropping low as he's got tired, and Coby's shots can start getting through. That kick's annoying. And it's playing a little mind in Coby's mind, I think, from coming forward, which is great work by Seb.
But it certainly is a different fight in round 3 compared to what we saw in the opening 2 rounds.
Yeah, still some great exchanges here. Coby's a lot more of the fundamental striker coming forward, where Seb's got a very unique style and engages it so well with the grappling. But now as the cardio sets in and changes, it's a different game. And that's, fundamental 1-2.
So he's got just over 3.5 minutes to work as Porter. So he said, round 2 was a bit closer than round 1.
And now this is the position where in the first round, this is where Seb was transitioning instantly to throws and trips. And here he goes, trying to set it up again. But now his wizard control is amazing. But you look at Coby now, there's the cardio setting in. It's a different position for him.
And he's thrown some good elbows in round 2 in this round so far as Porter.
And this is where, amazing, disengaging strike. This is where he's having such a settle. He's eating one now.
Doesn't want to get an exchange with Ortiz, but all of a sudden, Porter's changed turned the tables in this fight in round number 3.
Needs to break and strike. Because you allow these judo situations to occur when you're in these upbody control positions in battles.
It's having a bit of it in the tank halfway through our 3rd and final round, our opening bout of Eternal 71's main card.
And Seb's got an amazing wizard control there that any time can transition into one of those throws. That's where Coby is amazing.
Big telegraph that spinning elbow, but look, he's cut open there as Ortiz.
But this is where he's having great success. Out in the open, throwing that 1-2 down the pipe is where he's tagging. And this is where he needs to push brakes and win this round. He needs to make this round clearly his.
But yeah, probably the start to go
this is the problem. This is where you're allowing Ortiz to get this double body lock. He just missed that outside trip. So it's a very, very tough. Coby really needs to disengage. He cannot get taken down here.
He's again, it's probably the fatigue factor setting in here because, again, it was round 1, it would have been on the ground a while ago. So, but again, it was a very tired takedown attempt there by Ortiz.
But this is where Coby was looking so great for this round. And then,
slowed up.
Yeah, he's allowed Seb back into this fight. And Seb's got the very dominant control. And here we see if he can complete this. And this is where he does not want to be. This is a great turn for Seb.
Yeah,
he's had his second win here. And if he can get to that leg lace or clear those hips off the cage and lace those legs like we saw in the first round, it's going to put him in a very dominant position on the judges' scorecards.
We're well aware of how much time's left in the round, good corner work, and he knew exactly what he wanted to do because, again, he entered round 3 a lot tired.
And especially ending the round like this in such a dominant position, if he can try and pull him off the cage here and secure a really advantageous position, that's going to weigh heavily in the judge's eyes. And there, he's still got those hands clasped behind, so he's still in a very dominant position here. And if he's really trying to pull those hips off the cage. And now you can see, once he laces those legs, brilliant sweep there from Coby. And that's what happens when you get tired. You make mistakes like that where Seb was in a potentially a massive position.
So going to scramble with just over 20 seconds left in the fight.
And this could change, these last 20 seconds can really swing the fight here. Coby needs to disengage and strike. And Seb really can't be on the back foot here. You need to come forward and put him in the judge's minds. Because this round is anyone's round.
Seb, nice punch there by Porter again.
But Seb needs to come forward.
Wow.
Great fight. Great fight to watch.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges scored this fight 29-28 for your winner via unanimous decision in the red corner, Coby Porter. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am here with your winner, Coby Porter. Coby, kicking off our main card here at Eternal 71. Now, when the decision was read, Coby, you almost looked disappointed, my friend. Now, at your last, you turning around very quickly from Eternal 70. Your opponent missed weight by a significant amount, that fight not going your way, but you wanted to get right back on that horse and jump back in and test yourself. You did so, and you earned your victory. What's going through your mind right now, my man?
Man, that was a hard fight, but it was a good fight. And yeah, my pro debut didn't go as planned, so I wanted to come back and get in here as soon as possible and just prove to everyone what I can do. And just show everyone. I just want to say thank you to my coach. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. And he takes off time away from his family to come out here with me and do all this. So I really appreciate it. And to everyone back home watching, I love yous. Thank you.
Well, Coby, no doubt you've made him proud tonight. It's all worth being away from the family for performances like that. And speaking of family, you're no stranger to responsibility, my friend. At 22 years old, you have 2 young children. You welcomed your daughter at 14 years old, and just last year you welcomed your son. Tell me, how's being a father shaped you as the man and fighter you are today, and what does it mean to set an example for them?
Man, I love it. If it wasn't for them, then God knows where I would be. So it's all because of them. Yep.
Well, I hope they're watching and I hope they're proud of you, because I know we all are. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your winner, Coby Porter.